Pericles. It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over my head stone. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, you already there. Imagine when you're done. What you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's dark, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdogs will lick the swabs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Cook. Cook able to escape. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle. But if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. The first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They go play action. Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. From the red zone now, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, and they will score. A pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, Murray. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd down. Murray into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? and they've responded to the challenge.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They pitch it out to Cook. Cook able to escape. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
All right, here we go.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Play action. Murray going deep this time for Milton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Cousins now on second down. He's going to swing this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and 11. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Going up top. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Take it at the 37. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. To throw on second down, Murray. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's got this down to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They go play action here on first down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Off the play fake. Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. They go counter with Howard. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Line out!
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the... Looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. And even 40 yards. Cousins giving this Vikings offense a bit of a spark early on in his tenure in purple as his guys have it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down, Cousins. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Cousins on 1st down. And Rudolph has it left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Murray. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And down he'll go at the 25. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
On 1st down, Murray. Shaheem, the tight end, on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw on 2nd down, Murray. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to get him for a loss of 5. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Detroit, Detroit. Hold on. Hold on. Right there. Let's go deep. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Open space inside the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to get it running right. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Mostert now to return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Onto the field now come the Bears. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Leopard!
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And he'll be hit from behind. Taken down. Stephen Weatherly in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the gun, Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got him in. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown. Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 78 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On the carry, it's Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Hey, Steamer.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, they run with Howard. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Off play action. Murray. That is caught at the 7. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this belongs to the Vikings.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The 13 yards that time at a first. The return of Cook, a big boost to this Viking offense. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. On play action, Cousins. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. Completion, at least you've told the deep, and they may have to change accordingly.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down. Murray looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Cousins. Flushed out right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They run it again with Cook. And now running right through him. Whoa, still won't go down. A big play there out of Cook. 47 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Bingo.
A toss to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But
Detroit!
correct.
Detroit!
No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They go with Howard again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Vikings, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get another road test next.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with it. I got the streets on my back, carry it. I told him to keep 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like lemon in the morning. That's the truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning. I had me a pop out of morning. I had me some bricks by the morning. I had a system by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a you got a picture. You got to picture me. Pacific ice on the ocean. You want me like me, you know, look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on the. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with 2 dot team, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my sweat.